What's up, everybody? I'm Arglethump. This is the schedule for my book review channel for July 2022. So I'm going to do the Babysitters Club movie novelizations, 2 of them going up on July 4th, and 2 of them going up on July 13th. You'll notice they all have the same basic cover. I think that's the movie poster. Either that or the art department was really uncreative when coming up with those covers. And on the 22nd, Babysitters Club 89, Christy and the Dirty Diapers. So that's a really important one because it's the one where Abby is introduced to the club. I recall not liking that one because Abby's sort of introduced as Christy's big rival. Christy doesn't like her. Christy prefers her sister Anna. And that's kind of a terrible way to introduce Abby to the series because my first idea of her is that she's an annoying person that we don't like because Christy doesn't like her. Yeah. Also, the main storyline is there's like a diaper themed baseball thing. It's weird. Yeah. Well, you'll get to look forward to that on the 22nd. Also, Dawn's book, so we get to read Dawn's autobiography, and I seem to recall it was a good one that I liked. So, what else am I posting? I've got Rainbow Magic Fairies, everyone's favorite, the fairies. So 16 and 17 going up on the 7th. Then 18 and 19 going up on the 16th. And then, on the 25th, we have the changes to the Rainbow Magic books. Because if you go through and look, there's like 15 minutes of changes, 12 minutes of changes that were made to these books when they brought them over to the United States, because they were originally written in England. So I just tracked the changes to books 17 and 19. Hopefully people enjoy that. Took a lot of work. And I did a poll here on YouTube asking people which I post next. So they picked River Heights. So that's the 3rd series that I'll be posting this month. River Heights is sort of like a romantic Nancy Drew spinoff. It's basically Sweet Valley High, but they pretend it's related to Nancy Drew. It has nothing to do with Nancy Drew whatsoever. But the main character, she is Nikki Masters, and she is Nancy's next door neighbor. So that's their excuse for saying it's a Nancy Drew series. It's not. So Nikki is basically Elizabeth, except she does drama. We've got Tim, who's the hot guy, and he's kind of a dope. And there is a love triangle with the mean girl, Brittany Tate. And that actually works kind of better here because the 2 girls in the love triangle are not sisters. So that makes it instantly better than Sweet Valley High. Anyway, I'm going to post the first 2 books in that series on the 10th. And then on the 19th, I'll post the next 2 books. These are reviews that I did about 5 years ago. I originally did them for my other YouTube channel, and I'm just reposting them here on Arglethump Reads. At the end of the month, I've got 2 things here. I've got Sherlock Holmes, The Adventure of the Speckled Band, which is one of the popular Sherlock Holmes stories, and then Ellery Queen's July Mystery, where somebody is killed by a statue. I think that's the story. On the 30th, I'm going to be posting Nancy Drew, Curse of the Black Cat. I was commissioned to review that book. It's the one that Nancy Drew Warnings at Waverly Academy, the video game, is based on. So that's super exciting. I will be posting that on the 31st. I don't know what else I should post along with it, so if you have any cool suggestions for a book that I could read in under a month, which would work well with Nancy Drew, The Curse of the Black Cat, please leave a comment letting me know. Thank you. Now let me talk about various books that I did reviews for this past month. In June, read a lot of books here, mostly Babymouse books. So Babymouse number 14, and then Babymouse 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Then 2 special Babymouse stories, one's 16 pages, one is 17 pages. So they're not full-length Babymouse novels, but I figured I might as well review them anyway, because they're funny. I did a general review for the Babymouse series. So I'm all done with the Babymouse graphic novels. I actually started tackling Sorry about that. Started tackling the Tales from the Locker series, which is a Babymouse spinoff for older readers. I did reviews for the first 4 books in that series. There's only 5 books in that series, so I'm gonna be done with the Babymouse series pretty soon. There's just Tales from the Locker number 5. That's the one where she becomes an influencer on YouTube or Instagram. I forget. They don't really use the words Instagram and YouTube. I mean, obviously they're not allowed to do that. That would probably cost money, so they don't do that. Other things I read this past month besides just Babymouse, Batman Nightfall. Batman Nightfall. So that's, this is like a book for adults. It's pretty long. It's like 300 pages. It's about Batman. A new supervillain called Bane shows up, and he breaks Batman's back. So, Bruce Wayne can no longer be Batman. He picks a crazy person to be his Batman replacement. And it's wild. It's very exciting. I liked it a lot. And there's a second version of it. This is for younger readers. It's called Batman Nightfall and Beyond. Same story for younger readers. It's like a third as long, though. It's a lot faster paced because it's a third as long, so it's very action-packed. I kind of like that version better. So also, Kim Possible, Pick a Villain. I read 2 books from this series, which is a choose-your-own-adventure based on Kim Possible. It's a good series. I wish they could have kept going, but somebody decided they could not do the same villain more than once. And so by the time they finished book number 2, they kind of ran out of good villains, because there are not that many villains in the Kim Possible universe. So they used up all the good villains in book 1. They really used up all the good villains in book 2. And in book 3, we've got Motor Ed. Oh, I guess he's okay. Dr. Dementor. Actually, Gil's not bad, too. I kind of wish Gil had another appearance in the Kim Possible series. Also, Jackie the Jackal, who's like a 1-episode character. I couldn't even remember anything about that character. The Encanto Little Golden Book. Got that book, read it. It's very short. It's just the story of Encanto. And a couple of Rainbow Magic Fairy books as well. Rainbow Magic, Tiana the Toy Fairy. So that one is a special book. They made 2 of them based on Toys and Me, which is a YouTube channel which is way more popular than this YouTube channel. I hope Tiana doesn't ever watch my review for it, because I really dislike that book. It was just generic and had nothing to do with toys. It was all about a carnival, and the book doesn't really start until halfway through, and Jack Frost is entertaining goblins at a carnival, which is totally out of character for him, and it makes no sense. And so they leave and go to a different carnival, but everything's the exact same. You couldn't really tell the difference between the 2 carnivals, and it really doesn't have anything to do with toys. I'm sorry, I didn't like that one. Also read a couple more Rainbow Magics. So Rainbow Magic 170, Claire the Caring Fairy, and 169, Mimi the Laughter Fairy. So I'm getting very close to the end of the Rainbow Magic Fairies series, because it's like book 180 or so is like the last book that was published in the United States. The series has kept going in England, but I'm very close to reaching the last book that I could probably read. It's not easy for me to find copies of these British books. And also, Pizza Lovers number 2, which is okay. I like it's a cozy mystery series about pizza, and that's cool. I think it's okay, but it's nothing like super special to write home about. So let me finish by talking about some writing I did this past month. I did another draft of the various scripts for the Mom romance novel game. I think we're tentatively calling it the Mom book, based on The Notebook, and it was fun. I can't wait till we get a finalized version of the script out, and then, you know, that way we'll start working on the game like full steam ahead once we get all the scripts figured out. And I think that's that's pretty much most of the writing I did this past month. Wait, I remember. So I also did writing for like this Babysitters Club Goosebumps game. I think I mentioned this in a previous month. So last month I wrote the Mary Ann Pathway, which is basically Mary Ann is she's invited to like this weird creepy mansion to babysit, and she goes inside and she finds out there's actually no child here. The parents don't have a child. They lured her in under false pretenses so they could lock her up in the basement and perform weird experiments on her. Weird experiments to bring their daughter back to life. And it was super fun and exciting, and I just had a lot of weird jokes about Mary Ann's boyfriend, Logan Bruno. So, it was fun. Hopefully I can finish one of the other storylines in that game. I'm hoping to do the Christy storyline, where she gets an app where it takes your picture and tells your future, and then it starts telling grim futures. It predicts a grim future for you, sort of based on the Goosebumps book. I think it's number 4, Say Cheese and Die. Sort of like that. So I'm kind of struggling with that particular pathway. But other than that, I think that's most of the writing I've done. Yeah. So that's it for my schedule for this month. Thanks for watching. I hope all of you have a very nice summer. Bye.